about energy exchange. It's a very tiny little topic, however, maximum happening in our world, right? When we talk about therapies, regression, blah, 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 whatever, it is very natural we say energy exchange. When we say how much money for the fees, there is a tendency to say, what is the energy exchange? Why it is like that? What is energy exchange?
Giving and receiving.
Giving and receiving, and when you take something, you have to give in return to that.
Why do you say so?
Balancing.
Giving and receiving
Bring the
is
balance.
energy exchange, I agree.
To
But
bring the balance.
to
When you take something from someone, you take energy of that because everything is energy. Even money is energy, na?
why you have to do that?
To maintain the balance.
Okay. I agree. Maintaining the balance is there. But how do you know that it's balancing? We know only theoretically. Correct? So, what I'm saying is, we know the physics law that everything can be transformed, energy can be transformed from one to another.
Another.
Okay, and we all believe, agree, although we don't know how to prove it, but we believe it. Because whenever there is a physics law, it is meant to be true.
True.
And we take that. We just take it. Okay. So, when it comes to, let's say, any action, okay, something you are transforming into something else. Correct? And if you do not do the energy exchange with this person, which energy are you going to use then? Some energy will be using, no? For example, let me say I am doing some therapy to Anita. Okay? Now, Anita has some issue and I'm going to help her out. That means she's going to transform to a state where she won't have the issue. This is what is healing. Correct? Now, what energy should I use to transform Anita's issue? We need some energy, no? We agree. Physics law, we agree. Now, I can use my energy, my vital energy. In that case, what do I call? I'll say, oh my God, Anita is an energy sucker. Anita, I'm just taking an example, okay? Don't just take that into your mind. You understand? That is what we say. Sometimes we take lot of energy from the client. I'm just using the word client. Anybody in you also it can be. And we drain them. So this is something which unknowingly happens. And so when you're consciously taking money, you are telling, okay, that energy is what I'm going to transform. Apply this to any area of your life with anybody you want in your life. Please find out who is draining you or whom are you draining. Sometimes it will be a situation which drains you, but there are people in that situation. Indirectly, they are involved in that. Yeah. So, what happens is when we are pulling the energy from them for your own purpose, there will always be an agenda. Unknowingly, all of these things happen. You are sucking the energy. When they are drained by you, or let's say they are overpowered by you, they're getting tired of you. That means you are projecting on them. Okay? Why do we do that? So, you all have heard Carl Jung, right? Psychologist. Now, very long time back, he proposed some few archetypes. If you understand that, we'll be falling into one of these archetypes. And there could be so much more archetypes we would have found in the new age. Okay, but usually people will fall into these 4 to 5 archetypes. What are those? The first archetype can be victim. Okay. Now, who is a victim? Victim is one person who feels helpless and he says everybody is like not giving him his space, not allowing him to be who he is, making him very helpless. Okay? What usually victims do? One of you can just tell me.
They behave like me, bichari, poor me. I don't know what to do.
And they
Everybody is
want to gather a lot of pity. Okay? So, you all have heard shadow work, right? Now, what is a shadow work? Shadow work is something in me, which is very me, a part of my identity, is being hidden. Okay? Meaning, I am not willing to see that I have hid it. I'm not willing to see that. Why am I not willing to see that? Because something happened in the past, etc., and I don't like to address that. So it is hidden, just like my own shadow. It is behind me. Will it leave me? No. When it can leave you? When you put a torchlight on it. So when you bring it to the light, the shadow will go away. Okay. Now, if you go a little more deeper to understand what is this shadow, it is my part, a part of me, my beliefs, my understanding, my personality, which I have rejected. And I don't want to look at it. It's like a worst part of me, which I do not want to see, which I hate it. And so I have hidden it. Now, in the case of a victim, what is that they have hidden, rejected? What is that they have rejected? They have rejected about themselves. They don't want to be who they are originally. They are telling, poor me, poor me. Meaning, they have rejected their own authentic self, which could be there are powers, which could be negotiation ability, which could be to stand up, which could be to have courage, all that they have rejected. Okay? So when you reject yourself, you are victimizing yourself. Now, when you victimize yourself, what is happening in the outside world? Everybody is victimizing you. So whenever the shadow which is hidden will always be seen in the outside world, everybody doing it on me. Okay? So if I am rejecting myself, then I'm victimizing myself. So everybody will also victimize me. So the shadow self is one which actually the outside world is seeing something in the shadow life, shadow personality, and they are doing the same thing. Okay, this is called projection. So I am projecting my victim self to others. So others are using that projection and they are showcasing me. So what happens is, if you are feeling victimized in your life, there are so many people who are acting victims. You are projecting your victim self, which is inside, on others. And so you're seeing all of them as victims. There is something in you, one little bit is there, which actually you have hidden and kept it inside. So outside world won't see you as a victim. But in your life, there will be many other victims around you. Now you understood exactly what is a shadow self. Something I've hidden and kept, and I don't show it to this world. But where do I see it? I see it all the people around me doing that and showcasing me that. That is the first archetype. Let's say the second archetype is a narcissist. Who are narcissistic people? Who proclaim that they are right, who don't care for others' emotions. And they also act as if they are savior of you. They are very good to you. Okay, and then they make you obligated. And they make you believe that they're right. Or they compel you to say that they're right so that you can live. This is the narcissistic personality. They're not very cruel people. In fact, you will see that they're very nice people who are helping you, saving you all the time. Like a savior syndrome, they'll have. But they're very critical. They don't care for your emotion. And you will be compelled to follow them, agree them, do all that for them. Only then you can be able to live with them. Okay. So they don't give you a genuine reciprocation. They want to feel good. They want to feel that they're great. And they want to hear from you that they are great. But they will never tell you that you are good. That is the narcissistic thing. Now, what is happening to them, narcissistic people? Anybody can tell me?
They feel very happy and like they are in control of the situation.
Actually, you know what's happening? They are validating themselves all the time.
Mm.
They want assurance that they're good. People are paying attention to them. They have fan clubs going around. They are the saviors for the world. So they seek the validation. That means inside there is a very fearful, not wanted, not good enough personality. So they force you to tell them that they're good. Okay. So what is happening to them here? They have lost in touch with their authentic self, inner self, which you strongly believe that you're capable, right? That they have that connection only they've lost. Maybe father, mother, or somebody might have repeatedly told them that you are useless. And they might have got tired of it. So, what they're rejecting is the connection with the self. That I am good. I don't need any validation. So, that they have lost. That they have hidden. So, okay, just think like this. What if you have narcissist around you? You have hidden your connection with your authentic self in the shadow. That is why you are seeing the narcissists. Okay? Now, the third one,
Isha, can you
Martyr.
repeat that last line?
See, how we should look at it is, if I have victims in my surrounding, what is that I am hiding? If I have narcissists around me, what is that I am hiding in my shadow? What exactly the behind story dynamics of these archetype is what we are hiding. So the story behind the victim is losing the themselves, rejecting themselves. Narcissist is to have a faith that I am good. I don't need validation. So that they would have lost, so they have become narcissists. We have just given them names for all of this, that's all. But that is there in me, that is, I am hiding it. So they are showing me that. Okay? Now the third one is being a martyr. Martyr, what is it? They are like big people, great people, and I can sacrifice for you kind of people. I'll do everything for you. All dirty jobs I'll do for you while you can live happily. What are they inducing in you? Anybody can tell me?
Make you feel dependent on them?
Guilty. They make you feel guilty that because of you they are troubling themselves so much. Because of you that they are in such situation. Because of you they didn't eat food. Everything is like because of you.
The combinations of these are also possible?
Oh, of course, it's always combination.
When you're saying, because I'm able to relate a lot of things.
Always combination. But one quality will be more that you can make out. From their words, when they talk, you can make out which is the biggest quality they have. Okay? So these people induce guilt, and it reaches to an extent where the debt is so high on you, it is impossible to fulfill for them. Okay? Now, what might be happening in them? They have this need and desire which is unmet. And they're screaming to the world and telling that I have this need, I have this desire, and no one is doing it for me. And they repeatedly tell the world, I am doing all this for you. I'm doing so much for you. For you only, I'm doing everything. Okay? Now, if such people are around you, that means to say there is something in you, a need and a desire which is unmet, which you have rejected for some reason. Like, intimacy. No, 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 no. That's not a thing at all. I have produced a child. Now I'm not going to think about it. So there are so many such desires and needs which we would have rejected in ourselves, and we will keep that desire and need in the shadow. Like we secretly want that. But we are guilty about it. Okay?
So, excuse me, can I just say something?
Say it,
A
Neha.
lot of women have this syndrome. I mean, I'm doing everything, everything.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
of the women have it.
So that means to say who they're showing to, those people also have inside them. That is why these women are showing that.
And also, a lot of women may be deprived of this physical intimacy.
Everything is that. See, one thing you have to understand, those people who are showcasing openly, they're not hiding it in the shadow. So other people who are facing that, let's say this woman's husband, Who is not showcasing it? But he's hearing this woman's cry. That means he has that inside as a shadow. Got it right?
Yeah.
What comes to light will not remain as a shadow. You have to understand that. So, if I am talking myself what shadows I have, I wouldn't know them because on the outside, I'm not showing that. Maybe I'm not even aware of those. But when I see my surrounding, what drama they're creating, then I'll know what shadow I have. Okay? That is why understanding shadow is very difficult. And you have to be extremely critical. That is when your energy exchange will be normal with people around you. Okay. The fourth one is manipulators archetype. What is that? Everything they will manipulate. They will tell you something which can mean this way also, can mean that way also. And based on the future events, they'll say, actually, what I said is that. So they keep on manipulating. There is a difference between being diplomatic and being manipulating. They're not same. So manipulation creates confusion around people. They're not very sure any of the people around the manipulators, they are not very sure what this person wants actually. Every time they're manipulating. And slowly we feel that they are chalu. We say, no, they are like very chalu. They will take everything from me. They know how to slip. I don't trust them. They'll say today like this, tomorrow they'll say something like that. I can't believe that they're telling the truth. And telling half truth so that you can imagine the rest of the things and you'll go wrong. Somewhere you'll make a mistake. All of these are characteristics of manipulators. Now, what the manipulators have inside them? They are fearful of their vulnerability. They deny their vulnerability. They're fearful of how do I handle things. They're fearful of people. And so what do? There is a lot of confusion in them, in their head. What is right, what is wrong, they can't make out. So they will control people. It is like before the fear comes to me, let me control that in the beginning itself. So manipulators control you a lot. Okay? They control you to manage their own unacknowledged anxiety. So they will blame you. You are like this. You only told me, that's why I did. Before that anxiety sets in, first of all, they're very confused. They doubt that I've done this, tomorrow something else will happen. So what do? They'll quickly blame on the other person saying that you only told me, that's why I did. It's not my problem. Because there is anxiety. What will happen tomorrow? What they will think about me? Now control others so that they won't have to say anything to you. Okay? So, if manipulators are around you, you have to see within what vulnerability I am hiding, what fears do I have. What is that which is, every fear will cause anxiety. What fear is causing anxiety in me? It's like, what will happen tomorrow for me? But outside, you'll be showcasing that you're very strong and everything is fine. That will be the shadow then. Then, the latest one is energy vampire. Energy suckers. So what do? They keep taking from you more than what they give you. You will go, there is a need for you to be heard. So you'll go on talking to them, go on helping them, go on doing all that. They won't stop until you'll feel that where have I gotten into? Why did I come here? Why did I even decide to help this person? They don't seem to be stopping. Many times it happens to therapists and healers. He'll be like, enough. I don't want to solve any problem of this person. Yeah. So, what is happening then? Inside, there is a need to take lot from others. There is probably it's like this, I need healing, but I don't know whom I should ask. Or whatever problem they come up with, that problem I might be having inside, and it is not addressed. Okay, there could be void. So all of those things I will hide in the shadow. Okay, now what happens? How did these shadows form? They're always unresolved wounds of the past. Always there. Something in the childhood or sometimes back, they experienced these things which was never healed. And it stayed back. So, because of which they lost themselves, because of which they got fear, because of which they felt very vulnerable and they were not willing to accept the vulnerability, because of which they felt that they need validation. All of this happened. Or they were deprived of a lot of things in their life, so they became vampires. Okay. So, how you can see that there is definitely a problem? Either you are controlling people too much, okay, attacking people types, or you are people pleaser, okay, or you're feeling that you're trapped in the guilt and obligations, and you're not able to get rid of it. Why you're not able to get rid of it? Because it's your own shadow. As long as the shadow is there, such people are around you. So, if you do not recognize this pattern around you, and also do not recognize the pattern inside you, then you will always attract people who will come and activate this shadow for you, and you will keep on falling into the same dynamics in your life. So the most easiest thing is find out what is the shadow you're hiding and then bring it to the light. Bring it to the light meaning, when did this happen? What wound caused it? And that's it. It's over.
But how would we know that if it's in the past?
Because again, like a physics law, you have to take it for granted that these shadows formed from the past only. Understood, right? Because time and again, that's how it has formed. It's actually not exactly inner child, it is a sub-personality which is formed, which is hidden. It's an adult only. But adult which has got affected from the past and started believing that inner child. And which is being hidden. Nothing is a secret in our life. Though it is hidden, the whole world is able to see you. So you will get into situations in your life where you will invite people who will activate this shadow personality. So wherever there is a pattern of seeing such people in your life, you are rest assured that there is a hidden thing. Now, it need not have to be exactly matching. Let's say that you are seeing 2, 3 victims around you, victims of some sort. They're all crying and they're telling what a pitiable state they are in. Now, you have to ask your question, why am I seeing this? Now, when you're talking to them, there is something which will trigger you or you'll feel for it. And that is the aspect you are hiding. Maybe you feel very sad for that person. Maybe you will feel, how can such people do for this lady? You just felt a little bit something there. Then you have to check, do I have that? Do I feel that someone else has done that to me? And that means it's in the shadow. And all you have to do is, where else have I experienced that in my life? And acknowledge that. Tell yourself that's in the past. And then suddenly you will find no victims are around you. They will be filled in this world, but they are not around you. So, as a consequence, what happens? You'll empower yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If I have, let's say, a narcissist type in my life,
Hmm.
and which means I'm hiding something in me. That's why it's being projected, right?
You are hiding something which is actually inducing you to validate. That is, you don't believe yourself. You want some external force to validate you.
Okay. So I just feel that presence of that narcissist person or that whatever,
Hmm.
and the overwhelming effect. So then I just ask myself, where have I experienced this?
Where is that I'm hiding this need for validation personality? In which area of my life I need validation? I need to be told that I'm good. Otherwise, I feel I'm not good. I'm useless. I'm not a good nurturer. I'm not a good mother. I'm not a good wife. There could be some area where you need validation that somebody needs to tell you because you don't believe yourself. Okay, then you identify, okay, there I feel a little bit like that. When somebody mentioned like that, I felt bad. If I am not that, why should I even care or feel bad? Right? Now, somebody who told you, just an example I'm telling you, let's assume your husband told you that you're not good. And that is not true, also. You know it also. But the fact that husband is telling, there is maybe some other shade behind it. That is always authoritative males put me down. It has nothing to do with your good or bad. Now that will be your shadow. Now you will
So
think that where else have I got this?
where do I feel not good enough? Is that?
I'm just giving an example. There is a narcissist
According
around
to
you.
the situation, I would
Yes.
be thinking, where else am I not good enough? And
Yeah,
try.
that good, not good enough could be true for you. Let's say for me, it is like I'm not a good caretaker. It's different for different people.
Correct.
So behind that, what emotion is hiding? Hopeless feeling or very small, short, little personality. So then you will have to think that where did I get this from? Then so many things of your past you will remember how it has grown to be to this now. Once you acknowledge that, it will stop.
Isha, how to introspect this? Is that
Naturally, it
me?
will happen to you. When somebody says something to you, when you're exposed to some event where you notice this and you believe that is not you. You are not a narcissist person. You are not a victim. But you are watching that. It is there in your space. So that means there is definitely something hidden in your shadow. That is why you don't know. That is why you are not aware of it. But it's not a coincidence. It's happening to you in your life.
Okay.
If
So,
it is not, it doesn't happen to you in your life.
okay. So with this awareness, how to go further deeper to get the seek the answer of what exactly that emotion, right? You told emotion.
It is your emotions will trigger. There is a trigger point.
Hmm.
That is the point which will tell you what you get triggered. That is the hidden thing.
Okay. Okay. So
Let's
first we.
assume
Hmm.
if Neha is facing a narcissist and she feels I'm not good enough or something like that. And then, but that triggers her anger. So, angry towards some personality is what she's hidden. Why did she hide it? Let's assume she was angry with her father, but she respects her father. He is a father, so she hides it. So, you have to go with the emotion. What is that which is making me feel?
Okay. Once you get the right emotion, then.
And that's it, it came to light. Find out where did it start? Over. Because
But
it started in past and you are not in the past.
most of us have so many personalities around us, right?
Yes.
One may be
But,
narcissistic, one
but
may be
you may be
warming.
very clearly a victim also. You are aware of it. That time you are not hiding it. That time you handle it directly. I am talking about those things which we are not aware of, but we have these patterns around us. And you're tired of these people who will suck your energy as part of energy exchange. You can leave it. You can just because it's not in your awareness anyway, you can leave it. But these people will keep on sucking your energy or keep on projecting themselves onto you. How long will you take this?
So, Isha, now mostly whatever that you're saying is a very close family,
Huh? Very close?
like family. These are the
Huh.
people who
It'll
contribute
always
to
be.
all these things, right?
Yeah.
So, having said that, so what can we do about that or them
You don't have to
situation?
do anything about them. You address your shadow. They will
So, okay,
stop.
when we do that, what happens?
The pattern stops.
So those people will be there, no, in a space.
They won't be victim showing their victim face to you. They will go show it to your mother-in-law probably.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. They won't show it to you.
okay, okay, okay.
And it's not always shadow. I'm telling you again. Directly, if you are feeling as a victim, please work on yourself that you are feeling victim. Okay. But we are not feeling victim, but we are seeing victims in our space. So in that case, first of all, why did I declare them that they are victim? That means I have that personality in me. Because nobody comes with the idea of victim. Nobody comes with a name as narcissist. We are only categorizing based on the symptoms. Now, why did you? That because there is something in you. That's why you are able to identify that. It's basically resonance. What are you resonating with in them is there in you. That is why you're resonating. And the moment you address this, bring it to light, such events will stop. They will stop triggering you, all of this. So their good face will be seen to you. And first of all, understanding shadow is very difficult, let alone work on it. That's why I just thought of telling you what exactly is a shadow.
Isha, for example, narcissist alone, like sometime, I don't know, somebody told, there are different types of narcissists, different degrees those people are there, right?
It doesn't matter. You're feeling that they're narcissists, right? You're tired of them. You're tired of what praising them all the time. You're tired of carrying them up, and it's like giving, giving, giving. How much to give? Somewhere you have to stop. But if you stop, they will start full force. So you keep them quiet by praising them, by telling them they are the one who are actually making your life all that they need. Narcissists need that because there is a lot of validation they need.
So, where is the end to this?
Huh?
So, where is the end to this?
You find your shadow, bring it to the light, then there's an end to this.
This is
How it
cool.
ends is you don't care anymore. You don't want to praise them. And they'll leave you and they'll go to someone else to take the praises.
Okay, so in spite of them being around us, also, it will not affect us.
Yes, nothing will affect you if you embrace your shadow.
Okay.
And it's very, very powerful actually. Shadow works are extremely powerful, provided you first find out what is your shadow. There itself is our problem.
Okay.
We are not very sure what is our shadow.
Isha, when you will do a shadow workshop?
But Hitesh is doing that. That is not my
Yeah, I have
area.
done with Hitesh. Oh my God, totally drains you out.
Exactly. And that because it is hidden and because we are in the denial that it cannot be me, because I'm not showcasing that symptom at all, then how can I even agree, right? So, and we have a coping mechanism in our life, which is a beautiful mechanism to live our life. Now, how do I break that? So I will say, forget it, yeah, this life I will finish it off with my coping mechanism. It's okay. That is also okay for you. There is no need to break the shadow. But if because of these energy sucking and giving, if you're tired, please do it.
But Hitesh's shadow workshop is at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Once again, Neha,